A heartfelt reunion. The Spokane Valley woman who survived a stabbing attack last month met the dispatcher who helped save her life.
I think it's going to be really remarkable to see that just like one of us can do it.
That Rogers High School student is the first member of his family to go to college. He's one of 94% of seniors at that school who applied for post-grad programs.
We're closing in on the long holiday weekend, and there are some changes in the forecast. I'll tell you what to expect next.
At that point, he did grab a knife and began stabbing me multiple times.
Missy Robertson's estranged husband stabbed her more than 60 times. After that attack, Justin Robertson took off with their 5-year-old son, prompting an Amber Alert. Welcome, everyone. Good to have you with us. I'm Jane McCarthy.
And I'm Mark Hanrahan. Earlier today, Missy met with the dispatcher who helped save her life. KREM 2's Tim Pham was there for the emotional reunion.
Missy Robertson went through a terrible attack exactly 1 month ago. It's really rare for dispatchers to ever meet the people on the other end of the phone, but today Missy met the people she credits with saving her life. Scars may heal, but the story behind them lasts forever. Missy Robertson has more than 6 of them to tell.
At that point, he did grab a knife and began stabbing me multiple times. I received over 62 knife marks, cuts.
A brutal attack by her own husband in the middle of the night. She called for help, but no one could hear her.
Not having access to my phones or my iPads, I was trying to come up with any way possible to communicate to the outside world at that point.
Missy says her husband had been violent with her before, so she recently signed up for a home security system.
When I had the opportunity, I seized it. I hit the key fob.
She hit her panic button, but her husband answered the call.
Is everything okay? We're getting a panic alarm from the key fob remote.
Yes, everything's okay.
It is okay. All right, I'm glad to hear that. So may I just have your name, please?
Melissa?
Okay, and your password, please, Ms. Robertson?
But he didn't have the password and hung up, a red flag for the dispatcher.
You don't know what's happening, and you don't want to assume, everything is fine, even though they say it is and it's not.
The dispatcher trusted her 10 years of experience and contacted local authorities.
I am too.
Today, Robertson met the dispatcher she credits with saving her life.
At that point, I was on the floor and I needed help.
While her scars are a painful reminder, they are also a reminder of hope.
If you have people in your life that care about you and that are urging you to be safe, take them up on it. Don't assume that you know better. It's better to be safe than sorry.
Such an important message. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office says 78% of the homicides in the last 5 years involve domestic violence. If you need help, we have domestic violence resources on KREM.com. In the studio, I'm Tim Pham, KREM 2 News.
In other news, vaping products just got more expensive. Washington Governor Jay Inslee signed a new vaping tax bill into law. He says it'll help create a new public health account in Washington state.
All vaping products, even those without nicotine, will be taxed under the new law. The funds raised will be used to pay for cancer research, among other things. This new tax comes after Governor Inslee raised the smoking and vaping age to 21 years old. A statewide youth survey released back in March found teenage vaping is at an all-time high.
Turning our attention now to the forecast. It's a lovely night out there right now, but things are changing.
Yeah, let's get straight to Tom Sherry in the Weather Center for more on that, Tom.
Yeah, I think we're going to be tracking. Enjoy tonight because tomorrow morning I think we're going to see rain showers, and that rain will morph into numerous thunderstorms by this time tomorrow evening. But in the meantime, on your Thursday, we're at partly cloudy skies at 74 degrees, wind out of the north-northwest at 12 miles an hour. You see, we've got a few rain showers down into north-central Idaho, southeastern Washington, and a few kind of popping up in north-central Washington, but nothing really over here in eastern Washington and portions of northern Idaho. Look for mostly cloudy skies overnight with a low of 49. Much cooler tomorrow. Highs expected only in the mid-60s as a cool front moves through, and of course that's what's going to bring us the rain and the thunderstorms across the area. For the Memorial Day weekend, looks like right now we'll see lingering showers into Saturday morning and then becoming partly cloudy in the afternoon. We'll look for a high of 68. Sunday, mostly cloudy and 72. Monday right now looks like maybe the warmest day of the 3-day holiday, Memorial Day Monday. We'll look for a high of 75. I'll check the rest of your 10-day forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Tom. People living and working around Priest Lake, Idaho say they're fed up with the lack of cell service there, and they are now petitioning the only cell company in the area to improve. First responders tell us that Verizon service at Priest Lake can be spotty at best.
As KREM 2's Taylor Vito explains, service is especially bad with the summer crowds.
From our view here at the boat launch at Coolin Bay, you can just barely see what first responders and locals alike say is Verizon's only cell tower in the area. They're happy it's there. They say it just doesn't work well enough. I myself have Verizon on my phone, and I do have several bars of LTE service right now, but locals say that's because it's not the summertime right now. It's pretty empty, because once the people come, that'll change. Reach for your phone and start a guessing game.
Epically frustrating.
Locals say you can't actually be sure when you'll get messages.
Voicemails during the summer take up to 3 days.
And they say Verizon is the only provider in town. So if you don't like it, too bad.
You can text somebody and they will not get it for 3 to 5 days.
Michael LaTourette lives year-round at Priest Lake. He gets that, sure, it's a remote area here, but he's not the only one complaining.
Our coverage has been getting worse.
It's the first responders, too. This man runs the area's ambulance service, and he says the lack of cell service around the lake is a public safety hazard.
I've had people tell me that they've tried to call 911 and unable to.
Gil Toomey adds that service with Verizon has only become worse over the years. He says that during the summer, the area's population balloons from around 600 people to an estimated 15,000, and that puts a major strain on the area's lone tower.
When we have an influx of people up here, there will be times during the day where you cannot get out. The system is totally jugged.
We're at about 750 signatures so far in a week and a half.
LaTourette is petitioning Verizon for better coverage. Both he and Toomey realize that this kind of problem comes with a rural area, and they're thankful Verizon is here, but they argue that Priest Lake's booming summers call for better service.
If they can't call 911, if they can't get out to dispatch can't call us and we can't help them.
In a statement, a Verizon spokesperson said they recognize that their service can be challenged during the summer. They added, quote, "We are actively working to add network capacity and improve coverage in the area." LaTourette is skeptical of that. He says he's reached out to the company before, but has received a runaround. For him and Toomey, they can't wait any longer.
You may send a text, it may not go out for a while.
In Priest Lake, Taylor Vito, KREM 2 News.
I mean, 3 to 5 days for a voicemail.
That's waiting a long time.
Yeah, indeed. We'll keep you posted on how that goes. Well, in tonight's Inland North Best, where we share the local stories we're particularly proud of, more than 90% of Rogers High School seniors in North Spokane applied to a postgraduate program this year.
Yeah, that is a school record. Congratulations to them. So this is huge for Rogers, which has struggled in the past to get students to graduate. And those students didn't just apply, they got in as well.
Yeah, the senior class received more than 400 acceptances to colleges and training programs. This accounts for students who applied to multiple colleges. So take a look at these numbers. Spokane Community College, Spokane Falls Community College, Eastern Washington University, they all accepted most Rogers High School seniors, followed by WSU and Whitworth.
And the successes of this senior class don't stop there. Dozens of students across the district will be the first in their family to go to college.
KREM 2's Alexa Block sat down with 2 graduates, soon to be graduates, to talk about what this accomplishment means to them.
I finally have the achievement that I've been trying to get forever.
Finally, my hard work paid off.
2 different Rogers High School seniors, 2 different paths ahead of them, but they've got something in common.
I'm pretty happy that I get to do it. Like, I'd rather me be the first than there be none.
Daniel Jolly and Sharita Whitehurst will be the first to attend college in their families. Jolly will go to Eastern Washington in the fall.
Kind of like a really cool thing that I'm going to college because I am the youngest and I don't have anyone to look up to who has gone to college.
And Whitehurst hopes her younger siblings will look up to her. But it hasn't been easy setting a good example. She was kicked out of the house at the beginning of the school year.
Senior year has been really rough for me. Not living with my mother anymore. kind of being on my own, working and having to go to school at the same time was really challenging.
There were times she felt like quitting, but her teachers and counselors kept her going.
There's so many pieces to the puzzle. There's all these pieces out there, and my job is I take those pieces and I help them all put it together. And then when it all gets together, you can see them go, aha.
Whitehurst plans to attend Spokane Falls Community College next year. Both of these seniors carry so much pride in being the first in their families to go to college and finding the motivation within to take the first steps toward their future.
Going to be really remarkable to see that just like one of us can do it. Like one of us can just put in the hard work and the dedication.
I want to work for what I want in life. I want to be better. I want to help people. I just want to do big things.
In Spokane, Alexa Block, KREM 2 News.
Well, congratulations to them. Okay, some breaking news happening right now. Spokane firefighters, as you're seeing right now, are rescuing a boy who climbed a 60-foot tree and got stuck at the top.
Our photographer on the scene right now estimates the little boy is at least 60 feet up there. Now, this is near Gary Middle School. You can see there are 2 firefighters. They're getting him all geared up, and the hope is that they will lower him down from the tree. Again, you know, kids climb trees, right?
Sure.
But this is 60 feet up and obviously a concern, and the little boy couldn't get down. So this is why the big response here.
Yeah, taking extra precautions to make sure everything ends well. So we'll keep you posted on this situation as it unfolds. Meantime, we will move on.
Still to come.